The Cayo Perico Heist has changed drastically since its release in December of 2020, and in this video, I am going to teach you the best methods for both the setups and the heist finale. So make sure that you stick about until the end of this video to learn how you can do this heist successfully. Now let's dive into the Cayo Perico Heist a bit more in this overview of the heist. The Cayo Perico Heist was released in December 2020, and it is the first heist in the game that can be completed solo. And it is also one of the most profitable heists, if not the most profitable. In the Cayo Perico heist, players are tasked with infiltrating Cayo Perico, a private island owned by drug lord El Rubio. The goal of the heist is to steal as much money and valuables as possible from El Rubio's compound. To complete the Cayo Perico heist, players must first gather intel on the island. This can be done by completing a series of prep missions. Once the intel is gathered, players can then choose how they want to approach the heist. There are a number of different ways to infiltrate Cayo Perico, and the method you choose will affect the difficulty of the heist and the amount of money you can steal. Once players have infiltrated Cayo Perico, they must then make their way to El Rubio's compound. The compound is heavily guarded, and players can choose to go in quietly or aggressively. Once inside the compound, players can then steal whatever they want. The most valuable target is always stored in the basement of the compound, right below the office, but there are also a number of other valuables that can be stolen. After stealing the desired items, players must then escape from Cayo Perico. There are a number of different ways to escape, and the method you choose will affect the difficulty of the escape. Let's talk about the prep missions that you will need to do. There are many different preps on the heist board when you enter your submarine, and newer players may find this a bit confusing. But I will discuss which preps you need to do and which prep missions that you should avoid doing. The first setup is to choose the approach vehicle. There is only one vehicle that you will want to choose for the heist, which is the long fin. The long fin is the best option, as it allows you to enter the island from any point you want. The other vehicles do not give you this ability. The next setups to go through are the equipment setups. There are 3 setups here that you will want to do. The plasma cutter or safe code, which is dependent on your primary target, the fingerprint cloner, and the cutting torch. The plasma cutter or safe code are needed for the target in El Rubio's vault. The fingerprint cloner is needed to access certain areas in the compound, and the cutting torch is needed to burn through in locks you come across. The demolition charges are not needed for the finale. They can be used to destroy certain objects in the compound, which in turn will set off the alarm, leaving the cutting torch setup the better option for you. For the weapons, you will want to choose the aggressor loadout, which gives you a shotgun and a machine pistol. Just noting that none of the distribution setups need to be done for the heist finale. It does not have much of an impact, and it is simply a waste of time. Now let's discuss what you will want to do for the planning board options when you launch the finale. Obviously, for the approach vehicle, you will want to choose the long fin, as it should be the only vehicle that you chose to steal for the heist. The island infiltration point should be the main dock, and I will later show you why doing this is essential. The compound entry point and island escape point both do not matter, as you can enter the compound anywhere, and you can also escape the island easier going off the side of the compound than driving to a dock to escape there. The time of day also does not matter, as it has no real effect on how the heist pans out. After you have chosen these options, start the heist. So the main reason that you will need the long fin for the heist is because of what you will be doing at the start. If you follow where I go, and angle your boat just like I do, you will be able to hit this rock, and it will send you up into the air on the boat and land you outside of the compound. Doing the heist this way at the beginning allows you to get to the compound faster. Taking any other approach to the compound either on land or with the submarine is simply just slower, which is why this is the best way to go to the compound. So make sure that you choose the long fin just for this. Now once you have landed outside of the compound, make your way towards where El Rubio's helicopter is outside of the compound, and there should be a guard right by there that you will need to kill. If he drops the gate codes, grab them and kill the guard standing by the side gate and enter there. If he does not drop them, you will need to kill the guard by the gate anyway. And if he does not drop them, there should be one more guard by him which you will need to kill. If you get the code from any of these guards, pick them up and enter through the little side gate by the helicopter. However, if none of these guards drop the codes, which is highly unlikely, then go back by the chopper, as there will be a guard driving by the helicopter which you will need to take out, otherwise he will spot the bodies. After this, if you still have not got the codes, just go around the little fenced-off area inside the compound walls and kill all the guards until one of them drops the gate codes, and enter the compound through the gate by the helicopter. Now you will need to follow the route that I go in the compound after the cutscene has finished, and it is important that you stick to it. If you do not stick to it, certain guards may see bodies when roaming the compound. When you are in, run up towards the panther's cage and then do a right. Going this way will allow you to take out the guard at the bottom of the staircase. Then simply climb over this wall so you can get around the gate. Then follow me. You will then want to run around the corner and kill this guard. And then we are slowly going to go towards the juggernaut to take him out. But first we are going to take out this guard who roams back and forth. Then take out the camera by him. After taking out the camera, turn around and kill the guy who roams this area. From here, follow my path and then go into first person. Get out your grenades which come with the aggressor loadout, and then hit the juggernaut in the back, and proceed to shoot him with your shotgun. And again, turn around to kill this guard behind you. After you have killed him, get out your machine pistol if you haven't already and kill the guards by the pool. After you have done that and killed all of those guards that I have taken out, again follow my path up to El Rubio's office, as we will need to kill the guard by the office, and then collect the safe money. If you are doing the heist with 2 or more players, you can collect the safe twice. The first person collecting the safe will need to go up to the office on their own, collect the safe, then leave the general area of the office, and the same applies for the second player. Sticking with the theme of doing the heist with 2 or more players, when in the office, you can collect the keycard and collect any secondary targets you have in the compound. You can also collect secondaries solo with a simple glitch, and I will leave the link to that in the description. However, this can only be done with the West storage. If you do not want to do it this way, or if you do not have any secondary targets in there, then simply go to the airstrip when you start the heist, turning left instead of taking the compound rock jump. Then get up back in the boat after it so that you can do the jump into the compound. Anyway, what you would have wanted to do is follow my route into the basement and start the basement hack. This is the easiest hack in the game, no questions asked, so it should not be hard for you to do. After the cutscene for the hacking is finished, go inside the basement and collect the primary target. If you are doing the heist with others and have secondaries inside of the basement, open the door with another player before collecting the primary target. Doing the basement in that way allows for one person to be collecting the secondary targets that are inaccessible without another player whilst the other player gets the primary target. If there is any leftover targets that need collecting after this in the basement, the other player can get them. If there is not any secondary targets in the basement for you to collect, however, just leave the basement. If doing the heist with 2 people, make sure your bags are full before you leave the compound. And if you can't get full bags before the compound, go to the airstrip as mentioned earlier. After you have collected the primary target, simply just follow my route to the front gate of the compound. Going my way is the fastest way to exit the compound after collecting the primary target, and it also gives you the smallest chance of being caught as well. You may also need to take out the 2 guards that I have just killed as well, but it is not always mandatory. Now we are on to the simplest part of the heist, the part where we escape from the island. There are many different ways that you can do this, but taking my route is the safest and most efficient way, so make sure you follow my route. This route has been around for a while, but many players still do not use it or do not know about it. So when you spawn outside of the compound, if you run straight up the road in front of you, you can kill this guard standing by this Monchez scout and take his bike to make the escape easier, and then simply take a left and follow my route past the chopper. There will be a guard standing by the helicopter, but do not worry about killing him or having him detect you. You can just simply drive past him as he will not be able to hear the motorcycle. And that will also stop the guard in the car from detecting his dead body if you kill him. When you get to this point, start to pull a wheelie on your bike as it will send you a bit further when you jump off the island on your bike, as it will make your escape faster and you will be able to save a bit more time if you are going for the elite challenge. Once you have made it into the water, swim in between these 3 underwater mines, and then you would have escaped. I have a few more things to talk about which will give you more of an understanding about the heist, so let's jump into those. If you do the heist solo, you will have a 2-hour 24-minute cooldown after completion, or 144 minutes. This was introduced to the game after the Criminal Enterprises DLC in the summer of 2022. After the 144 minutes is finished, you will have 48 minutes to purchase the heist on hard, otherwise it will be set to normal on default. If you do the heist with 2 or more players, including yourself, you will only have a 48-minute cooldown, and then an additional 48 minutes to purchase the heist on hard, or again it will be set to normal on default. That's it for this video on how to make millions with the Cayo Perico heist in 2023. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching.